There's a new man that's guiding the soccer program at Ohio University. His name is Rodgers. He joins us now. Hi, everybody. I'm Russ Eisenstein, the voice of the Ohio Bobcats. Mr. Rodgers, welcome to Athens.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Excited to be in Athens and at Ohio University.
Let's talk about what brought you here from Kentucky, where you had a great deal of success. You went to 2 NCAA tournaments there. What was it about Ohio that made you say, I want to come to Athens?
One of the biggest things is I've been familiar with Ohio University since my days coaching youth soccer in Cincinnati, and always knowing that Ohio University had a special place in a lot of people's hearts, and a wonderful school, a lot of tradition academically and athletically, and knowing that when I took my next step to be a head coach, that Ohio was a place that I knew I could be successful.
Yeah, a coach's philosophy and style is really a byproduct of all the experiences that he or she might have had prior to coming to the school that they're at now. You had great success at Kentucky. You've been a part of the program at Florida and Alabama, and of course you were a player as well. So all of that sort of stuff, how does that form your coaching philosophy? Put how you coach into words.
One of the things that I want to make sure that we do is that we have a players first mentality. I want the players to feel ownership of the program and feel ownership of the success that we will have and they have had in the past. And so one of the things that I think is so important is that they know the discipline and the details that it takes to be successful, and so that they decide for themselves that they want to do the work and they want to be disciplined enough to be successful, and not waiting for me to tell them to do it, but for me to put them in an environment that they can succeed on their own with the right guidance and environment.
Yeah. You played at Arkansas Little Rock and then at North Texas, also played professionally in the USL. Yep. How does that help you with 18 to 22-year-old young women, and then obviously with the players that you're recruiting as well?
I think obviously playing at a decent level kind of gives you a perspective of what it takes to be successful, as far as the work that goes into it, the drive, the determination, the discipline. And also I think it helps you to be able to relate on a one-on-one level, to say, I know where you've been, or I know where you are because I've been there, and we're able to translate that to coaching and to a good rapport and relationship that you can build with the recruits and with the players that are in your program.
Now, we won't get too in-depth here. We'll have plenty of time to do that in advance of the season. But let's talk about philosophy when it comes to the offensive side. How do you see it all working for you? Ideally, what would you like your offensive style to be?
I want to play a possession-style game, but I also want to have athletic girls and ladies that can actually put pressure on the other team. So if we lose it, I want to win it back quickly. I want to be able to go from the back to the front with some fluidity and with some possession. I want the outside backs to get involved into the attack so they create the width in our attack. But that's going to come from possession. So when we have the ball, we can do it. If we don't, we need to get it back. And we need to be athletic to put the other team under pressure.
Yeah, and that would lead into the defensive side of your style too, because it is a possession game for you. I would imagine there is some pressure that you're going to put on. You're not going to wait for the opposition to do what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think one of the big things in today's soccer is how Barcelona in Spain plays. And one of the things that's key to their game is when they lose it, they want to immediately get it back. And one of the things that we did at Kentucky and we did at Florida was keep possession of the ball. If we lose it, get it back. So you need athleticism, you need agility, you need speed to be able to put the other team immediately back under pressure to get the ball back.
Yeah, you have great experience in coaching some pretty good goalkeepers in your time. Where do they fit into your system, and what style would you like to see from your girls in goal?
I think being a goalkeeper I played goalkeeper, so it's a unique and special position. You know, you have the weight of the world on you, so to speak. You can also be a hero with one save or with a multitude of saves. I want them to be integrated into the team. I want them to be connected to the team at all times. I don't want to play with 10 players and a goalkeeper. I want to play with 11 players. And so that goalkeeper needs to be comfortable with her feet. She needs to be able to move forward, backward, side to side, so that she can always be integrated to the 11 players, the 10 other players, and be a part of the 11.
Yeah, it will be interesting too to see scheduling philosophy. Non-conference schedule, obviously, the Mid-American Conference play is difficult. Where are you on scheduling? Do you want to challenge your team? Do you want to ease into the MAC schedule? There are tons of ways to do it. How are you going to do it?
I think one of the things that we want to win the automatic bid from the tournament, the MAC tournament. But if we aren't able to do that, we still want to have a chance at the NCAA tournament. And I think that this year with the MAC receiving 2 bids, one automatic and one at-large bid, it shows that we can do it in the MAC conference. And so in order to do that, you have to get your RPI at the point where it's strong enough to get considered for an at-large. So you've got to schedule non-conference, knowing that once you get into conference play, your RPI is really not going to change because you're playing the same people over and over, and they're playing the same people. So you need to schedule some strategic games outside of conference that are going to be RPI boosters. So you need to win, but you also need to play teams with high RPIs that you can get a result against.
Now, finally, Aaron Rodgers is your name. How do you feel about the Green Bay Packers quarterback being compared to you and having your name? Are you cool with that?
Well, you know what? I am older than he is.
Oh, you were first.
I was first, so I feel like he owes me a little bit. But I obviously, since he's been at Green Bay and he's become famous, it's obviously been kind of a joke for me, and I've lived to deal with it. So it's not a big deal, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So we got it out of the way. We won't have to do that anymore. His name is Aaron Rodgers. He is Ohio's new head soccer coach. Congratulations. Thanks for the visit.
All right. Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
All right. That's coverage of Ohio soccer right here on Bobcat TV.